As we've often said, the pendulum swings, everything goes to its opposite. So, in a big picture, like in our Western civilization, let's say on finding true love, well, the Catholic Church suppressed all the sacred feminine. They say the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost. Hey, what happened to the divine feminine? It's all been squelched. And it's squelched for, hundreds of years. And then pretty soon, 1,000 years later, like around the 1000 AD, well, then the whole thing rose up almost spontaneously to compensate for this unbalanced things about just male patriarchal society and then suppressing the feminine. And they came through with courtly love, romantic love, chivalry. And it kind of came up like King Arthur and the noble knights and all that were prime examples. And a lot of times these knights would fight for a woman, risking their lives and livelihood and everything to go on a big adventure fighting for some woman. And it's not necessarily sexual. A lot of them are already married. They were just doing for a noble purposes. And so this whole rise of chivalry and courtly love through the troubadours and everything just rose up to compensate for the suppression that the church had caused. So that's the way it goes. And this is going on to our day now. Now we're fighting for all kinds of other things. Let's say, well, really apparent is the governments and all that stuff. Wow, it's gotten so dastardly, so heinous against basic human qualities. It's horrible. And yet it's letting us see the shadow side of our culture. And I have no doubt sooner or later, actually it's kind of happening now if you watch the headline. Anyway, the old order is crumbling and the new order will come up, and it goes back and forth. If you accept the Toltec masters, like Don Miguel would always talk about, the birthing of the sixth humanity. There's a new kind of human on the Earth planet being born right now. We're in that great phase transformation where all this is happening. And it purports to be a golden age. But we'll see what happens. But the pendulum is swinging if you have the eyes to see. Also, if you're new to Wisdom Sushi Bites, thank you so much for joining us. We're all intent on helping to improve consciousness, to expand consciousness as our way of helping the world in these volatile times. So thank you, and please follow Wisdom Sushi Bites and share it with friends and put a like to it. All of this is greatly appreciated. Thank you.